Now, a storyline in EastEnders at the moment sees 10-year-old Ollie, who has autism, being bullied at school. Earlier this week, one of his bullies was revealed to be Lauren and Peter's son, Louie Beale. And when Grandma Elaine found out, fed up with a lack of help from Ollie's school, she took matters into her own hands.
Don't cry, baby. You're gonna cry again.
Oi, Bully Beale. Yeah, we know exactly what you've been doing. Have you any idea what you have put our Ollie through?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, and a sad face doesn't cut it with me. You've been really nasty to him. Hey, where are you going? I'm not finished with you yet.
Get off!
Oh, so now you know how it feels. And I have an idea to take you right down to that school and tell them exactly what you've been doing.
So the question is, when should parents step in to stop their child being bullied? And Kels, I know that you've had to deal with not a dissimilar situation.
No, Regan has had his challenges with bullying pretty much from primary school. And I think the issue that sometimes happens with bullying is that they go across protected characteristics. So Regan isn't always bullied around the fact that he is a black child. So he can be very much targeted, and there's also a presumption that he is going to, because he's tall, athletic, black kid with an afro hairstyle, sometimes there's racial profiling in place. But also Regan's SEN, so therefore it's two-pronged. So it can also cross over those two protected characteristics. And so it's not just getting it from one side, he'll get it from both sides. And I think the difficulty with SEN children is that they're having a hard enough time coping within a mainstream school. And I know I've heard the argument that, oh, you know, why don't they go to a SEN school? But if they're a SEN betweener, to coin a phrase, which basically means they're a SEN person that's very high functioning.
Or SEN betweener.
Yeah, so in between, yeah. And so, you know, he's high functioning, he's doing really well at school academically, he's achieving really, really well, and he's getting good grades, but there are just things that are just more challenging for him. I think it's about working, to answer the question, I think it's about working with schools, because I think that way you get a more cohesive approach. I think, you know, if it's us and them, it's going to be more difficult for you as a parent. So as a parent that's been through it myself, I would say, you know, go to the school, obviously go through all the measures, look at the policies that schools have in place for bullying. Are they robust enough? Are they answering the questions that you want to answer? Are they putting in strong enough sanctions for that behaviour? And also just working alongside schools. I think...
Parents, should they be working alongside parents?
Well, I think I've done that before. I've taken that approach before, where I did, this previously, I did actually approach a parent and say, look, the boys are having some issues at school. I didn't want to go into it too much, but I said, look, the boys are going through something at school. Would it be possible to get them together at my house? So we did. I invited them over. We had tea, we had cake, we had a chat, and we talked about the incidents that happened. And the child admitted to what they'd done to Regan, and the parent and I had a really lovely conversation. We bonded over that. They apologised, they hugged it out, and they ended up playing the afternoon in the garden playing football, and it never happened again, because there was a commonality and an understanding of what that behaviour was doing to Regan. And I think sometimes children are detached from the consequences of their actions. They are seeing it, you know, they might be under peer pressure. I'm not making excuses for bullies, because, you know, I don't condone bullying behaviour, but I think there's always a reason behind the bullying. And I feel like training needs to be put in place for teachers to be able to identify it and be able to very quickly protect the bullied person.
Yeah, what do you make of that?
I think, you know, I was bullied when I was at school, and I was too nervous to go home and say I'm being bullied, because I was raised, stick up for yourself. And, you know, if somebody hits you, hit them back, kind of thing.
And that's what you did?
And that's what I did when I was, you know, 12, 13. If you want to pick on me, then I will, you know...
Defend
will be dealt
defend
with by you.
Yeah. And I was quite fortunate. I had a big brother in the same school, so, you know, my brother's going to get you. It was kind of one of those things. And Rodney he is still a great protector of mine. And so, you know, but I hear what Kelly's saying, but especially there's something behind a child. If the child's bullying, there's a bigger picture behind that. It's, you know, a child won't just go out to bully. So I think it is worthwhile for, if you can't if you don't know the parents, to go to the school and work on some sort of a meeting to bring those children in.
Judy, if there...
Yeah. I was...
Okay, Judy.
Yeah. I'd definitely would call the school. I would call the school.
Yeah, all right.
Call the school,
get you off of the
and I would
child.
let them know I'm on my way. Yeah, and so someone better speak to me soon regarding my child, and vice versa. And I would definitely say, look, let's just get to the point. I'd say get the other parent in. I would probably as well, to safeguard the children, myself, and everything, so there's no lies being said. I'd want the parents to be in the school and have the meeting with the parents in the school and in the child. And I'd want the child in the meeting as well to ask them why you feel like this is appropriate, and what has happened, so I can hear from both sides. But once I come to the school and we have the meeting, it will be stopped.
Oh gosh, even I'm scared.
and there is the word according to Judy Love. Right, there's lots of help and support on our website. Go to itv.com/helplines. We, of course, would never condone retaliatory violence.
Of course not.